open it up for discussion, I'd like to welcome Wing Commander Praful Bakshi. He's the former chief spokesperson of the IAF, Major retired Mohommed Ali Shah. He's also an Empower Media panelist. Thank you both for joining us on NewsX. I'm going to start. Major Shah, how do you read this statement which has now been put out? Seems like a rather customary statement. Basically, the two sides will continue talking. India has made it very clear that while we want talks, we want peace, end of the day, we will not cede an inch of our territory.
Absolutely, Meenakshi. You know, from the last military level talks that they had on 11th March this year, they thought let's go further with the 16th round of co-commander talks, and they met on the Indian side of Trishul, of the Mongol side, and the talks lasted for 12 hours. But despite these 12 hours, why did it result in a stalemate? For a couple of reasons. One reason was China refused to talk on Demchok and Depsang, which has been a disturbing point with us, which we want to kill the issue, but no, China would not allow it to happen. Secondly, as Wing Commander Praful Bakshi rightly said, that they have a strategy of only showing that but they would not really do it, they would not really implement it on ground. China would take one step behind, there's no doubt about it, no one doubts that, but will take two steps forward when no one is looking. That has been their strategy. And also logically to think of it, Meenakshi, that the military level talks were co-commander level talks, which are Lieutenant General equivalent, right? A co-commander is a Lieutenant General. Now they were not diplomats, they were not seasoned ambassadors or diplomats who would go and talk. A soldier, ultimately they were soldiers. And soldiers, we are trained to fight. We are not trained in diplomacy unless there's a military attaché going there to talk diplomacy. So yes, and when China will not actually broach up the topics that we have a problem with. You take an example of any fight, make it simpler for everyone to understand who do not follow, your viewers who do not follow Indo-China talk as well. Say if two parties have a misunderstanding or a fight, then they have communication and trust. These are two very, very important bases on which any relationship, be it relationship of a country, diplomatic relationship of a husband, wife, or a friend, or a parent and a child, it's based on communication and trust. When there is no communication, how can there be trust? And when there is no trust, how can there be communication? It's as simple as that. And when China refused to talk on burning issues like Demchok and Dipsang, obviously, and we had estimated that. It's not that it came as a surprise to us. I knew for a fact that, okay, now this co-commander level talk, and I had predicted that, I had analyzed it, it will not last for less than 12 hours. And that's exactly what happened. And nothing going to come out of it. We can go on buying time. We can go on having a number of talks. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I take your point. So talks will continue, but India has made it stand very clear. Also, at this point of time, we'd like to clarify and tell our viewers that India even yesterday said that while we are committed to talks, we want China to retreat fully. And thank you for joining us on the broadcast.